Hello and welcome to The Watering Hole. Thanks for checking out this clip. Don't forget to like and subscribe because that'll make the baby Jesus cry, and I know how much you guys love making the baby Jesus cry. Okay, next news item. Trump wrote to-do list for assistant on White House documents marked classified, according to sources. You can just ignore that video, it's been playing on a reel. Yeah, so one of former President Donald Trump's longtime assistants told federal investigators that Trump repeatedly wrote to-do lists for her on documents from the White House that were marked as classified.
What?
Okay, so I was talking to Casey about this because she has security clearance and she deals with classified documents, and she was not really bothered about the idea that he's writing to-do lists on classified documents because apparently, like, writing on classified documents is not really that big a deal. It depends on what the document is, what it's being used for, sort of thing. The problem comes with who he's handing it to. So in this case, she was on the White House staff since 2018. So while she was working for him in the White House, this wouldn't necessarily have been a problem. But it wasn't the papers that she got handed while working at the White House that are under question here, or it's the ones that were in her desk drawer in Mar-a-Lago, because she continued working for him as a private citizen in Mar-a-Lago after he was done being president, at which point she would no longer have the same
She no longer had clearance at that point.
Yeah,
but she still had the documents.
There might be special cases like this. I'm just going by what Casey has told me, is that she probably did not have clearance once he was done being president because she had no reason to continue to have clearance. But like maybe there's a special case for personal assistants to former presidents. I don't know.
I feel like,
but even so, the fact that it was just like in her office drawer is like, because one of the cases involving classified documents that keeps getting brought up in comparison to the Trump documents thing is one where a guy went on vacation, accidentally took some classified documents with him, and he left them in his like friend's desk accidentally when he came back, and his friend found them, and his friend was like, "Hey, I need to like report this because like I'm not supposed to have these," and so he got in trouble. He got charged under some of the same statutes that Trump is getting charged under, and he was found guilty. And the only thing he did was accidentally take a document with him that he wasn't supposed to have taken with him, and then forget it there, and it was found in someone's desk. That was enough to charge him.
That's the bar for charges.
That was the bar for charges, and he was found guilty and served time in prison for that.
And people get pissed off that Trump is getting similar charges when there's likely intent involved where he's concerned.
Yeah. So like, yeah, national security things are supposed to be taken seriously. So now this story is very dubious at the moment because like it is like this is information that has not been officially made public yet. This is like an anonymous source has come forward and said that they were present during the interrogation of Molly Michael. And so they're reporting what Molly Michael said. So it's kind of like, it's probably true because like this is ABC News. They're a reputable organization that, you know, they don't just run. Like if this was in the New York Post, I would doubt it. If this was on MSNBC, I would doubt it. Just in case, like, for anyone that says like, oh, you just don't like the New York Post because they're right wing. No, I don't like the New York Post because they lie. MSNBC is like liberal Fox News. They exaggerate and lie all the damn time, and I don't like it. But ABC News is fairly middle of the road, and they're pretty good about vetting their stories.
This is one of the reasons that Media Bias Fact Check is such a wonderful resource that people should use more often when they need to.
Ground.news/Vice Rhino, or no, ground.news/ yeah, I think it is /Vice Rhino. I don't know. My video on Friday has the link. It's another sponsor spot. Okay. So anyway, back to the story. So Molly Michael is she was one of Trump's assistants. She told investigators that more than once she received requests or taskings from Trump that were written on the back of note cards that she later recognized were sensitive White House materials with visible classification markings. They were the kind of things that like they'd be used to brief Trump while he was still in office about phone calls with foreign leaders or other international related matters. So like not the kind of stuff his secretary at Mar-a-Lago should be seeing.
So they just throw that stuff around like it's confetti,
apparently,
instead of actually use. Doesn't the White House have a budget for like designated note cards?
Well, so here's the thing: is that the to-do list thing happened after he was done being president. Like, she did work for him in the White House, but this is Mar-a-Lago post-presidency stuff.
So it's documents that Trump had kept after his presidency that were at Mar-a-Lago that he then was writing on and handing to her.
Anyway, Michael was not present for the search at Mar-a-Lago when the FBI confiscated all the documents. But when she got there the next day, she found like they'd gone through drawers or whatever, and there were a bunch that were like upturned or whatever. And underneath the drawer, she found a bunch of these note cards, and she was like, "Hey, the FBI should probably have these." And she contacted the FBI and was like, "Here you go, have these things." So she's flipping. But apparently, when Trump heard that the FBI wanted to interview her, he told her, "You don't know anything about the boxes." And then ABC, bless their little hearts, they said, "It's unclear exactly what he meant by that." I mean, I think that is clearly them just trying to avoid a defamation suit. That's just ABC trying to avoid a defamation suit. Like, it's unclear exactly what he meant by that. Draw your own conclusions. We all know what he meant by that. Anyway, yeah, basically the story is that she turned the whole story basically rehashes the whole document thing that we all know this inside and out by now. But she was like, Trump is not cooperating with NARA. There's a lot of so many people here at Mar-a-Lago know about all these boxes. There's no way he can get away with saying that there were only 15. So she is probably testifying to the fact that he knew that he was not supposed to have those documents.